Hey man, I'd really like to thank you for coming over this morning. I don't know, just haven't really felt like myself, you know? Hey man, it's no problem. I don't have meetings till, I think, 1 o'clock. And hey, I know what you're saying. Sometimes, I don't feel right either. I don't feel like myself, either. So it's totally cool. That's some really good tea. Hey, thanks, buddy. It's chamomile or a chai or something. But I don't know. I've been on this diet. I've been trying to lose weight, and I just keep getting bigger. I don't know. Everything I do, it's like I'm changing. It's like it's like I'm not myself. It's like I'm missing something, or somebody, or maybe I just haven't figured anything out, in all this time. I don't know. It is good tea, though. Hey, man, I think you look great, but, that's just me talking. I don't know. For what it's worth, I think you're handsome, and you look great, But as far as, you've lost something, or you're trying to find something, all this stuff takes time, It reminds me of a story I heard. It's about this elephant. I think his name was Jumbo or something. But, this elephant lived to be 100 years old, but they have it documented that he was in the circus. And in the circus he had this real close friend, an elephant friend, and they were the best of friends. In the thing, when they get up on each other's shoulders, the one would hold the other guy's tail, or whatever. They would be on each other's back and just horsing around, elephanting around. But so at some point when they're teenagers, these elephants, they get separated, And this is back in the early days of circuses, traveling shows, greatest show on earth, But so recently, in recent times, there was Jumbo, Jumbo, he retired from the circus. They got him out, and they took him to this this elephant refuge where they can frolic, through the fields and everything. But well, the point of the story is, so Jumbo gets there, and he starts freaking out, and he's freaking out every day. He's trying to get into this other part, this other fenced-in area, and it turns out that there's another elephant over there, and that elephant is the one he knew, 70 years ago in the circus, his friend, his teenage friend. So it took, Jumbo must have lived this existence, longing to be with his dearest friend for 60 years. And then finally, he found them, They were on the same, in the refuge. So, as far as losing something or trying to find it, look at Jumbo. It took him 60 years, but he found his friend. And now they run through the fields together, and they bathe and with the splash in the water on each other, But it took a long time, so things take time, you gotta be patient. That's all I'm saying. It's patience. Oh wow, man, that's a crazy story. Is that true about Jumbo and his buddy? How they, they frolic and they play in the water and splashing? That's true? Oh yeah, that's totally true about Jumbo, man. That's a true story. Man, that's great and everything, but for me, right now, I wish I could have, courage to accept things that I can't change, and the will to change the things that I can. And just, and just to have the power to, accept the things that are out of my control, or something like that. I don't know. I just wish I could, accept that I can't change stuff and change what I can. And I wish I could, know the difference between the two. It's like I'm constantly, chasing my tail around, and not knowing if it's my tail or like a mouse's tail, Now, I don't mean to make light of it, but it just reminds me of this funny story about well, I had one of my grandfathers. The one was kind of a jerk, but the other one, I would say, he was the world's greatest grandfather, or like top 5 probably. I don't know all the grandfathers, I've met yours and he seems nice, but my grandfather was the best, But it reminds me of a story he told me once, how when he was a kid, he had cats, but he raised mice, So oftentimes the cats and the mice, they'd be all playing together in a big pile, chasing their own tails and chasing each other's tails, and they never knew, they didn't know, is this my tail? The cat would say, he'd be like, is this mine? Is it mine? Is it mine? Or he'd be like, is that the mouse's tail? I'm gonna get him. And the mice, they would be like, oh gosh, my tail is so large, My grandpa would tell me this story, and he would say how the mice would have such crazy expressions on their face, because they'd be like, look at my enormous tail. I'm the king. I'm the king of mice with this giant tail, So, one thing would lead to another, and they would all figure it out eventually. But that's the thing, that's the thing. Eventually they would figure out that, yes, I'm just a normal, I'm a normal mouse with a normal mouse tail. Or, it's the same with the cats. They would say, my tail is so small, people will make fun, But it wasn't the case, But it took time to figure it out. So what I'm saying is, it's just gonna take time for you. That's all. And my grandpa told me that story. He told me that story a million times. Holy crap, is that true? About the mice and the cats? Is that a true story? You gotta be kidding me, dude. Wow. Oh, certainly it's a true story about Jumbo. Sure. Yeah. Well, that's really cool, but there's just something, and I understand that it takes time and all that, but even, just for right now, I kind of, I'm just kind of looking for a quality and a freshness in my life, and not just in my tea. That's certainly quality, and it's fresh, because I just made it, but, in my life, I want to, breathe in the air, and have it cycle through my body, and just be that's quality and freshness, and that's what I need right now. That's it, That's just a simple thing I'm asking for, but I just can't seem to, grasp it. I can't grasp the freshness of life. Well, all I'm saying, dude, is you gotta, stop and smell the flowers. Just smell them. I gotta stop and smell the flowers. That's all I'm saying, man. You gotta smell the flowers. Totally then, dude. That's a great idea. I'm gonna smell the flowers. Yeah, smell them, dude. Smell the flowers. Ooh. Ooh, smell them. It's a fragrant aroma. Smell the flowers.